for the highly anticipated fifth flight test of Starship are advancing at Starbase. Both Starship 30 and Super Heavy Booster 12 are undergoing final inspections and checks at the build site before moving on to the next phase, the wet dress rehearsal. While the launch vehicle should be technically ready for flight following the wet dress rehearsal, ongoing work at the launch site, and the continued rigorous review of SpaceX's license modification request by the FAA could lead to delays. The FAA recently informed SpaceX that the Flight 5 launch license has been delayed until late November, pushing the earliest possible launch date to the final week of November or early December. In response, SpaceX expressed frustration on their website, noting that they have been ready for launch since the first week of August. The company asserted that the delay is not due to any new safety concerns, but is instead driven by superfluous environmental analysis and false reports, which they believe are influenced by special interest groups. One such allegation surfaced in a CNBC report on August 12, which claimed that SpaceX had repeatedly violated environmental regulations at its Starbase facility by improperly discharging pollutants, including mercury, through its water deluge system used during Starship launches. After becoming aware of the allegations, the FAA found itself unable to verify the accuracy of certain representations made in SpaceX's license application for 25 Starship launches from Starbase and announced plans to release a revised draft environmental assessment for that application. This has now also impacted the fifth flight test license, causing consecutive setbacks for SpaceX. The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality further substantiated these claims by fining SpaceX $3,750 for the unauthorized discharge of industrial wastewater into nearby wetlands. In response, SpaceX disputed the report's accuracy, both via X and through their website, citing that at no time did they operate the deflector without a permit. They clarified that the water deluge system utilizes clean, potable drinking water, and that independent tests indicated mercury levels were significantly below the Environmental Protection Agency limits. The company emphasized that they have implemented over 200 measures to monitor and safeguard the local environment, and any excess water was captured in lined retention ponds to prevent contamination. In addition to the deluge system issue, the FAA has initiated a 60-day consultation with the National Marine Fisheries Service to assess the potential impact of the hot stage ring splashdown on marine life after its jettisoning following stage separation. SpaceX, however, reported that they had already conducted extensive analyses on this matter, which showed that the risk to the marine ecosystem is minimal. The FAA also extended consultations on the possible effects of sonic booms from the returning Super Heavy booster, despite previous findings that indicated no significant harm to wildlife. Addressing concerns about protected birds near Starbase, SpaceX highlighted its decade-long biological monitoring efforts, which have shown no significant impact on local bird populations. Even though Starship's fifth flight is scheduled outside of the nesting season, SpaceX is taking additional measures, such as infrared drone surveillance, to ensure minimal wildlife disruption. In short, SpaceX's detailed response to the FAA's delays underscores their belief that the licensing process has been stalled by excessive environmental reviews and unfounded criticisms. The company maintains that they have complied with all regulatory requirements, provided ample evidence refuting claims of environmental harm, and are frustrated by the obstacles preventing the progress of the Starship program. SpaceX officials have expressed concerns that regulatory delays in Starship test flights are hindering national objectives, such as returning astronauts to the moon under NASA's Artemis program. In response to inquiries following SpaceX's explanation, the FAA attributed the delay in approving the Flight 5 license to changes in the vehicle configuration and mission profile submitted by the company. Moreover, SpaceX submitted new details in mid-August, indicating that the Flight 5 environmental impact would affect a larger area than previously assessed. This expansion requires the FAA to consult other federal agencies to ensure a thorough review before granting the launch license.
Olá, tudo bem? Queres presente?